Hi Aquarians, I am back with the extended version of your soulmate reading for June 2018. I know it is late. We're almost in the last week of June, but that's okay. This energy still applies for mid-June. So I'm just going to go ahead and clarify a few of these cards here. In the last video, I talked about pride and ego, clashing, ego death, learning of the lesson, closing the cycle here, communication issues. This is a very deep union, and this is something that goes back to a past life, and it's about forgiveness. It's about forgiveness, both forgiving yourself and forgiving your partner for the wrongdoings or their transgressions. But someone doesn't want to let it go. Somebody does not want to let it go, and there is a lot of pride. So the first card I'm going to clarify is the Six of Wands in the reverse. This is the card that let me know that there was some nostalgia, and this is something related to past life, something related to a distant past where you did something wrong. Aquarius or the cross watcher did something wrong and you won't let it go, and now there needs to be a reconciliation. And see, look, Queen of Wands in the reverse, bitterness. See, this person is not having it. She is not having it. She is not letting go. She's mad. She's upset of what was the wrong that was done. Deceit, lies, betrayal here. She's independent. She's like, I'd rather be by myself. Here, you have the Fool. And I didn't even get a chance to say which card I wanted to clarify, but I'll put that right on the Queen of Wands. Not willing to take a chance. Because don't want to feel like the Fool again. You don't want to feel like the Fool like you did last time. Here. So, Fool, the notes is a 0, so it talks about a new beginning. But it's in the reverse, so there wasn't a new beginning. Now we have the Seven of Swords here, and it just fell on top of, I'm going to put it right on top of the Nine of Swords. With the Seven of Swords card, I kind of feel like, as you can see, this person's looking back at this guy trying to offer a cup, trying to offer some type of communication, because in the last reading I talked about how this was a number 3, and this talks about Mercury, communication, and they're looking, and these are their thoughts here. They're holding in their hands, and because that's swords, and as you can see, there's 2 swords left behind, and they're like, you know what? What is that saying? Count your losses here. They're counting their losses, and they're looking behind them. And like I said, they're still stuck in the past. Here, confusion. In the upright, the Seven of Swords talks about sneakiness, somebody that's dishonest, and that they're still stuck on that. They won't let that go. And then we have these 2 cards that came out, the Hermit and the Five of Swords. And it's funny because looking at this is 7. He has 5 swords in his hand. And then the Five of Swords came up, and there's 2 swords. There's 2 swords. Let me put this up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It's very, very interesting. 5 swords in his hand, and he's looking at these 2. He left these 2 swords, looking in the past. This person, so one partner is stuck in the past, counting their losses, you know, taking, you know, with their pride. They're like, you know what? I'm not going to take a chance on this because you hurt me. You lied to me. You hurt me. What's that movie? Baby Boy? I forgot what it's a movie where she's like, you hurt me. It'll come to me. But they're looking in the past. And then this is a 5. But they have the 2 swords in their hand, and they're looking in the past too. So this is both partners. But I feel like this partner here with the 3 swords, there's one here that he has on the ground. I feel like one is like, I want to make this work, but is it worth it? The other person's like, I know you're going to do it again, basically. With the Hermit card, I kind of feel like that separation I talked about in the first video, where there was some time apart, and during that time apart, you reflected on everything that happened, but you're still unable to let it go. It's like it's replaying in your mind. You're focusing on it because it hurts you here. And this card is supposed to talk about going within and getting some type of spiritual enlightenment about the situation. And that's why I said I think one of the partners did. And I think that's why one of the partners came with this offer, because they got some spiritual enlightenment. They realized this is the person they want to be with, and they realized that they were wrong. But they're being blocked by one of the partners. There's an obstacle here with the Seven of Pentacles blocking them, blocking the spiritual enlightenment on their part. They're not learning the lesson. So that causes a delay, a postponement here. Five of Swords, conflicts and stuff. Somebody wants to stop the conflicts, wants to let it go, wants to work on fixing the issue, working together with the other partner, but it's not happening. The other partner is very prideful, putting up a lot of walls, a lot of blockages. Please clarify the world in reverse, please. So there needs to be an ego death, is what I was saying with the other reading. Please clarify the world in reverse. Definitely needs to be an ego death between both partners. And we have another 5 here. And I believe the Hermit is a 9. So there needs to be a completion. And spiritual, because when the completion happens, that's when the spiritual enlightenment will happen here. That's when that person will realize that this union can work, but there has to be some type of, this person has to go within and really do some soul searching about this union. Is this what you want? Because there's a reason why this person keeps clashing and keeps fighting this. There's a resistance here. These 2 cards, 8 of Wands in the world in the reverse. So there's a reason why there's a resistance here between the 2 parties. And it's deep rooted, like I said, with the 6 of Wands, nostalgia. I always look at that as past life related in a relationship reading. There's some type of lesson that needs to be learned. So you might be a person that has been in many situations where you were treated a certain way, and now you cannot trust. You don't trust anybody coming into your life because you feel like it's going to happen again. So this Nine of Cups could have been a new person coming into your life, trying to offer you. And I didn't say that in the last video, but I should have. This could be someone new coming into your life, trying to offer you love, but you can't accept that because of the past, because someone did you dirty in the past. I wish I would have said that in the last video. So the 7 of Swords energy is Sagittarius. We have Virgo now, Virgo with the Hermit. So yeah, you guys could have been dealing with a Leo, Aries, Capricorn, and I see Libra, Virgo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So basically all signs are listed here. And like I said, with the 7 in reverse, there's like a false pride, obstacles. You're hindering the progress here with the 8 of Wands. The 8 is progress in the relationship because you won't move on. I can't, my phone's too far for me to mute the, to stop the ringer. So now somebody is looking for other options, and I'm going to clarify this card here, the 3 of Cups in the reverse position. Sorry about the ringing. It's probably a telemarketer. So we have the Queen of Swords. Ugh, bitter. This is the I don't need nobody. She's very harsh on the exterior, very harsh with her words. And this is the main issue that I saw in the first reading. a lack of communication, because somebody does not know how to talk. They are rude, they are brash, they don't know how to express themselves, because the threes talk about self-expression. The Six of Wands too. So there's a lack of self-expression, or an inability to express oneself properly. Both parties, I'm sensing. So someone cannot express themselves properly. So they get defensive and they get emotional. And then they say something and then they end up regretting it. In the night, with the Nine of Swords energy. I might put this up in the preview, because this is juicy. This is powerful, because that is part of the lesson, because now it's connecting for me, because all those threes were showing up. Mercury, communication, the inability to express yourself. You don't know how to. And then you have and then you pair that with the pride. So even if you're wrong, you won't admit to being wrong. Even if you're dead wrong, you won't admit to that. So that is the clash. That is why this union cannot progress. So whoever you're dealing with, Aquarius or the cross watcher, is the cross watcher is unable to express themselves properly towards you. They're very harsh. They say mean things out of anger, and then they end up regretting it later. Or this could be you, Aquarius. And remember, in the heart of my reading, we had the Nine of Swords here, and that's you. Right in the middle, dead center. Regret. Depression. So like I said, there needs to be an ego death. Both parties need to come to the realization that you both contributed to the demise. And I said that in the Taurus bonus preview. Because we have the 6, which denotes harmony. Both of you are balanced, because we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is Libra. And then I had Libra again, I believe, with the... Libra showed up again with the... Which one was that? Oh, yes. Libra, I believe, showed up again here with the 7 of Pentacles, if I'm not mistaken. And what that is balance is needed in order for the union to progress. But because there's a resistance with the World card in a reverse position, that is causing stagnation. So there's the cycle cannot close. The cycle cannot end. So you guys are going to keep going around in circles, arguing. There's going to be miscommunication, disputes, and then it's going to lead to divorce, separation, somebody looking for something better, which is unfortunate, because there's a lot of passion here with the King of Wands in this relationship. There's a lot of passion. So the Queen of Swords energy is Libra too. That's balance. Virgo, Scorpio, and this is also Aquarius. And it kind of makes me feel like you, Aquarius, are the one. Either you're the one cutting out somebody here with the Queen of Swords energy, or you're the one being bitter. You're being harsh. You're unable to let go. But then she's the sorrowful one too. Nine of Swords, King, Queen of Swords, same energy, very sorrowful. And you could be the one being sorrowful because the other partner doesn't want to give you a chance, or you're just sorrowful because of what you did in the past. You're lonely. And then it's self-defense. Like I said, that whole pride thing is just, it's false pride. It's self-defense. You're being prideful because You want to be right, or you just, like I said, don't know how to communicate, don't know how to express how you really feel. Or you're just fixed in your way, stagnation, stuck because of all the things that happened to you in the past. And that is the lesson here that you need to learn. And I'm gonna, can we get a outcome? Actually, let me clarify the Queen of Swords first. Clarify the Queen of Swords energy, please. Clarify the Queen of Swords. So, I talked about spiritual enlightenment with the Hermit. I believe that one of the parties did experience some type of enlightenment, because I have the Fool here. And there's the Sun here illuminating. So this is, there can be a new beginning, but it's being postponed. There's a delay. There's because of the obstacles being presented by one of the partners. I could hear one of the partners say, let it go. Let that shit go. That was the past. Let it go. But it's hard for this energy here, the Queen of Swords in reverse, to do that. It's very difficult for them. This is all they know. They've been there, done that, like being hurt. That's why they have that whole independent vibe. I don't need nobody vibe, because they've been hurt so many times. And it's like they put up a wall, they put up a defense where they feel like, I'm going to hurt you before you get a chance to hurt me. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Oh, something flipped over here. Oh, look at that. Look at that, y'all. The Tower is going to fuck shit up. And you know I love the Tower, right? I love the Tower because that's the change, the catalyst that is needed to close that cycle of the dumb shit, of the arguing and upholding on to the past. And that's going to force the progression of the two people. It may cause them to progress in two separate ways. Give me an outcome card, please. Two better options for themselves, or it's going to progress the union so that they can have this in the upright success here instead of being bitter. So the Tower is here. There's going to be a major here, and like I said in the last reader, there's still going to be arguments. There's going to be some major changes coming. And in the last reading, I was like, okay, there's still going to be arguments, because all three of these cards down here all talks about domestic disputes, arguments here, because Eight of Wands is communication, the World, domestic disputes, and then the Three of Cups, domestic disputes, arguments. These three cards are all leading up to the Tower. Boom. Clash of the ego. The Tower denotes a total ego death on both sides of the relationship. This is this is the change that is desperately needed for the progression of the two souls, so that they can clear their karma here with the 8. 8 is karma for me. The World too. Reach spiritual enlightenment. Let's see what we get as the outcome. Outcome, please. I love the, ooh, okay. The Star here, because it flipped. So we're going to take that in the upright. The Star is here. So the Star, we're going to have a renewed hope and faith in this relationship. So y'all, this relationship can work. You can have that new beginning, because the Fool showed up with the 0 here. So you can have that new beginning, and I'm very happy to see that. There's going to be a shakeup, and the old cycle is going to be dismantled. The old way of you guys relating to each other, the relationship, there will be a breaking up, a tearing apart of the dead and old energies that are keeping the two souls from progressing forward in a positive way. We have the Star here. This is a good omen. I'm very happy to see that. And that's Aries, and that's very funny, because we started off talking about Aries being very prideful, but this is a positive aspect of Aries. This is the Mars energies here too. This is the passion. But this is the positive side of Aries, and this is the person that's sure, very confident, no more insecurities, very confident in the relationship, knowing that this partner is going to be their ride or die, basically. You know, that ride or die, because that is the disloyalty. That is what caused the hindrance in the beginning, in the past rather, or beginning of the relationship, we could say, because there was a disloyalty. It was about loyalty and trust. And then the star shows up and it says there's going to be a renewed faith, renewed hope, and this is going to be your ride or die. And that is a soulmate card, by the way. So this is definitely a soulmate union. I'm very happy. I'm pleased. Okay, so that is the final outcome. And I'm going to pull one more card for advice, or whatever the cards want to say, or, you know, because they communicate. One more card for a beautiful collective of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Okay. See, you're going to be moving forward. It fell in the upright. There's going to be a union. There's going to be a reconciliation. I'm so happy and pleased. And I think this is going to be the shortest extended. There is going to be a reconciliation. He has the world in his hand. He is ready to move forward. He is ready to progress towards the future. He is happy. This is going to be a union. And there's going to be success. And this is a 2. I'm sorry, I said 3 of Wands. I meant 2 of Wands. Y'all, I'm sorry. 2 of Wands. Union, 2 means harmony, balance. There is going to be a union and there's going to be a reconciliation. You guys will salvage this relationship and you will make it work. And you will close out the cycle. You both will learn your lesson. And there will be a progression here. And then you'll start a new cycle. You'll have a new beginning here with the Fool card, if I could pick it up, with a new renewed hope and faith. You and your soulmate star and the sun here is illuminating. And then you'll have your spiritual enlightenment here moving forward. All right, until next time, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Thank you for the comments. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel. Thank you.